I still can't believe your show's on CNN.
I know, Mom. It's a lighthearted show on a serious network, and yet there I am.
It's strange because people tune in to watch.
Okay. Hello guys. So basically, I was just making a small test before I created a small video right now about Construct 2 interface. So, like I said before, this is the GameDev Adventures. I'm Lizarazo. I'm a technical evangelist with Microsoft, and I am just going to create a small streamings like this from time to time, and hopefully you are going to like them. So let me get it started. Okay. So this is the project that I created for our previous stream. Quite likely I should save it before I continue. So I'm going to call it Twitch 1, and here we go. So well, let's explain everything with that same one. So should I? Well, let's start close project and let's create a new one. So well, let's see. When you install Construct 2, you should be able to see something like this. Perhaps you are going to see a small menu here in the center, but most likely it's going to be something like this. So let's start with how do I create a project. That's going to be here in the file menu, and you go for new. So there you have a long list of templates that you're going to be able to see, that you're going to be able to pick, and some of them have to do just with the resolution of the project. Others have to, like this one 4:3, that's the well the scale resolution, then, and that's the definition that you are going to expect. Then you have others here that have to do more like with the kind of game that you can create, like a template with platformer. I think I missed something here. For example, you should have one that is for Facebook. No? Okay, well they had one before. But then you just pick the one that you want. So I'm just going to say, hey, third defense, and that's another template that you have here. Okay, so now since I already picked that one, I'm going to show you sometimes the menu here, the home. It's going to be like this. If you don't want it to show it like that, you just press here and then you can hide it. And the most important one, most of the time at least, that you're going to have here is this one that is run layout, and that's to run the program, the game that you have so far. Since you're going to be able to create JavaScript and HTML5 games with Construct 2, then you are going to see these games in your, well, in a browser. So you see it here. So that's not much of a problem. So I'm going to close it. And what else? So now we're going to see this export project later, and that's almost at the end of your process. You create everything here with Construct 2, but then you are going to see everything else here in your program. So well, what else? The important part here should be like picking an element, and that you have the properties here on the side. And then depending on the element that you're picking, in this case is going to be sprite, then you see the properties here, like in this case the behaviors, and the behaviors itself like have properties, the angle, the opacity, and the position itself. So let's say that we change the position, you see that it is going to be changing here. There you go. And if I pick another element, it's going to show me different elements here. For example, this one is a text. It's going to tell you the type of element that we have here. Well, in this case, the name, and then the plugin. That's the kind of element that we're adding, and that's what you see when you double click and pick something from this object list that we have here. There are some elements that I have added, so you may not see, like JSON. Those are third-party plugins that I have added, and they are quite useful, and we're going to see some of them, like this, well, multiplayer, HTML iframe code, that one is one that I added, and a couple more here and there. So that's it. On the right side, most of the time you're going to have these projects and objects, zones, and well, obviously you can decide if you want to change it. The layers here too, we're going to see that later, but the most important ones here are the projects and the objects, so we're going to check that. When you pick again also a project, you can see the properties here, so you see that the properties don't have to do only with the elements that we have here. We also can see the properties on elements like the project and the layout, and you see it's changing, changing, and you can change some properties like the size, the window size, or the layout size, which are quite important. So well, that's really good. So what else? Here, almost every element that you're going that you're going to include, it's going to be here, but quite likely you have it here. The point is that you can create several folders and then you can pack them. So let's say that I'm going to insert a new object or add a subfolder. So like my new folder, and you can move elements there, and you see that it's beginning to update the list that we have here. So that's really good. Just don't get lost if you have things there. At some other point we're going to touch the family, sounds and music, but well, then you have a good option there, and here, for example, okay, you can modify the icons that you want for your game when you export them. What else? The other part, the other two tabs that are really important here have to do with these two, the layout and the event sheet. So in my previous stream, we were working with both of them, and we just saw two of them. But since you can create many layouts and many event sheets, then you could have like many of these. So let's say that I want to create a new layout, add layout. I'm going to call it. I'm going to add also an event sheet. So now we have two layouts and two event sheets. So, and I can open them here. So you see that these are not just like one. So let's suppose that you have levels, you can create one layout per level and then jump from one to the other. In this case, obviously it's empty, but well, this is what we have. And apart from that, many of the other elements we're going to touch during future streams. I just wanted to create, like, give you this small idea of what you have with Construct 2, especially if you saw the previous stream. And quite likely I'm going to be doing small streams like this once a week or more than that, but in the meantime I'm just going to add here something that I think it's important, and it's basically just my blog. So there I'm going to be letting you know when I'm going to create a new stream. So I'm going to put it really big here so you can see it, and that way you can, well, see what I'm doing and hopefully comment and let me know how everything goes. So well, that's it for today, and hopefully tomorrow I'm going to create another small stream, so I hope you liked it.